Alright, how's it going, guys? I decided I'd do this video in my car. I'm gonna be playing Fortnite, but I'm not gonna be reacting to the Fortnite gameplay. I'm just gonna play some games and chuck it up so there's like something to watch while I'm talking about this. Basically, probably if you've seen the thumbnail. Oh, also, wait, quickly, I need to apologize for my windscreen wipers if they're loud. I don't know. Obviously, I need to see the road, but yeah, I'll try to keep them off if I'm like don't need them. But yeah, that might be a problem for the video. I'll be chopping this up because there might be gaps where I'm deciding what I want to say and what I like the best way of saying it, I guess. So yeah, but as you've probably seen by the video title, your boy is single now again. Once again single. I didn't want to make this video too soon. My ex-girlfriend now and I broke up about a month and 2 weeks ago. I didn't make the video straight away, number one because I'm lazy, but also for about a month, approximately a month, I was not fully, I wasn't fully sure about it. Just for some background, if you didn't even know I was in a relationship, I made friends with somebody on Fortnite about 3 years ago, and we were friends for a while. We weren't like best friends, we wouldn't play all the time, but she'd occasionally, I guess if she was, if none of her regular friends were on, she would join us. And then 2 years went by, about 2 years, and we started hanging out a lot more, and she lived about an hour and 20 minutes away from my house, and we decided we were going to meet. And mind you, this was like during mid-COVID 2020, so everything was a bit weird at the time. But we started seeing each other like between 2 to 4 times a week, so it was pretty regular, especially at the start. And for me, and I think her, because she made the effort a lot of the time, like to come see me as well. Like, it was a pretty amazing relationship. We rarely fought. She never really picked at me, but when we did fight, it was usually me because I wanted things to be better for her, and I think she knows that. I haven't really been looking at the camera, but that's because I'm focusing on the road and trying to think about what to say. Yeah, so we were together for a year and a couple of months. I don't exactly know. Might have been a year and 2 months, might have been a year and 3 months. We definitely hit the year, and we had a couple of months after that. I don't know exactly. I could work it out, but I was just too lazy because I guess it doesn't matter anymore. So yeah, towards the end of the relationship, nothing was really toxic. I didn't see anything bad. I didn't see her getting like disinterested really. Like, we seemed pretty settled. Maybe 2 or 3 months before we ended our relationship, her mum passed away tragically, just suddenly. She wasn't she was probably the healthiest she's ever been. Doesn't really make any sense, but yeah, she passed away, and we were at the hospital for quite a few days. I think we were there for about 3 or 4 days straight. I stayed with her for about a week, and yeah, it was extremely hard. I was extremely happy to be there for her, and I was so happy that I could be there for her. But I think her whole family was in shock while I was like experiencing it full on, because I don't know, obviously when it's like your own personal family, it's just way more of a shocking situation. And I don't think she dealt with it at the time, which is what I'll probably come to a little bit later. But anyway, before I go on, I just want to say that this is my perspective, and there's always two sides to a story. And at any point, if there's something I have said, I'm not lying, because all of it is 100% accurately like presented, but it is my side. And some of this stuff, like, maybe she didn't feel the same way, but I guess you can't really know. But the whole thing's just been confusing, basically. And the reason I'm making this video is because I've accepted the breakup 100% now, whereas there was like a little bit of confusion for me, and I didn't really want to accept it straight away, because I obviously had a lot of feelings and whatever. Anyway, it would have been like a few months after her mum passed, I think. I don't know. I think, yeah. Her mum passed around the 1 year mark. I think she passed away before we got to 1 year. And then about 2 to 3 months later, we broke up. While I was out working, I'm just going to answer the why did we break up question. There was a few times that there was strain on the relationship for different reasons. We wanted different things, or we felt like the other person wasn't trying hard enough, I guess. So there was a few times that it got a bit intense while we were trying to figure out how we were going to make it work, and if we wanted to make it work or whatever. And basically, I was out working. She sent me a message, and I guess I just acted on emotion. It felt like she was targeting me or having a go, and she denies it, and maybe it was just me being emotional. But we had like a small fight, and we didn't talk for 26 hours, or approximately 26 hours, which was the most we had ignored each other or not talked in our whole relationship, that 26 hours. And it was pretty rough. I think for her, I think she said she cried about it a lot, and I don't think I could sleep. The next day I tried to call her, and she didn't answer, which was like pretty non-typical of her. And then she didn't answer for about 2 hours. And I might be reading into this, but I've got a pretty strong feeling she's had like outside influence manipulating the situation, and I could be wrong, like outside of our relationship. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I tried again at 6, and basically our previous argument became an argument about how we wanted to raise our kids, because I made it about that, and we had different opinions on that. And so we had different opinions on how we wanted to raise our kids. Sorry, I had to think about it for a second. And so basically I put it to her that I wanted to raise them with a certain health standard, and she believes that's a bad way to raise kids. And so it was kind of a stalemate, and then it was basically just agreed that we were going to break up. And although I instigated it and suggested that we might have to break up over it, she kind of accepted it pretty quickly, which was the first time that had happened in the relationship, where we'd got to a stalemate, and then the other person had just been like, yeah, okay. So that night I went for a super long walk, and I decided I was going to write a letter to her. And the letter was basically for me too. It was I'm gonna write out how I feel. I'm gonna construct a really good letter that I think is 100% true and accurate, how I feel. And if I decide in about a month that I don't want to send it, then I won't send it. But if I do, then I will send it, and I'll see what happens from there. I'm not going to read the whole letter out. It was 4 pages. One of the pages, I think it was the first page, was basically saying all of the good qualities, all the things that I thought were amazing about my now ex, but at the time we'd only just been broken up. And there was also a page in the middle that basically talked about all the things that I missed that we used to do. And that letter got updated over time. So as I'm thinking about it I think I sent it just before a month, but as I was thinking about it, I was slowly adding to the list, slowly editing it to be exactly what I thought. And every day was different. Like with the grieving of the breakup, some days I just was like, I don't want this at all. And then there was other days that I was like, how could I let this situation go? How can I let her go? And I think I forgot to add to this. When we broke up, I was blocked on everything, which she did say that she would do if we broke up, and that we couldn't be friends. Even though I did suggest wanting to be friends, even though we couldn't work it out. So that's another thing. One of the main reasons why I was writing the letter is because of the fact that I don't think I didn't, at the time, I was pretty sure there was no other way of communicating. But also I thought it was probably a more formal and like official way of doing it. Compiling all of my thoughts and feelings together and the things that I thought about her and what I missed into a letter and sending it that way. Anyway, sorry if I'm rambling. I'm just trying to get the whole story out as quickly as possible. But anyway, I'll continue on. So I sent the letter. And I guess the letter was like, if you want to reply, and if you don't want to reply, then that's fine. Like, I waited about a week, maybe a week and a half. No, I think it was less than that. I think it was about a week. So I sent it, I think, on a Thursday, and she received it on a Monday or Tuesday, and then I decided to call her to check if she got the letter, and I guess just to chat if she wanted to chat. So she got the letter and I didn't hear any response. I was worried that, as I've been suspicious, there's been some manipulative behavior going on towards her, and maybe somebody trying to influence her in a certain way. I was not sure if she would receive the letter, and of course I'm talking about somebody who lives with her. I don't have any evidence of that, and in the call she said that there wasn't, but it just seems like she's been acting off. That might not be because of somebody, but I don't know. So I called her on the Friday, and she firstly hung up, which she said it was because she was scared. But when I called back, we had a really good chat, and I think the chat went for about 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, I'm not sure. Just catching up. She was mostly just telling me about what she's been up to, what's been happening. And I said to her that if she wanted, I would check in a week if she needed more space, if she needed more time. But she suggested we go back and she'll add me on Fortnite. So we'd agreed to play Fortnite that night. That night I got on, there was a few issues, but eventually I got into a game with her and into her lobby, and she was totally different from how she had been on the phone call. And I don't know what the hell was going on, because of the fact that she didn't have to take the phone call. She could have hung up and blocked my number. She didn't have to take it. She didn't have to talk to me for that long. She could have just been like, I don't really want to talk, or whatever. She didn't have to add me on Fortnite, and she certainly didn't have to play Fortnite with me at all. Nobody forced her to do any of this stuff. So I don't know if it was because she pitied me or what was going on, but it was something weird. Anyway, because she started getting a better sleep schedule and like her life's been getting on track, she said to me, I'll get off at 11 or 12. Because of the fact she's been trying to stick to a regular sleep schedule. And that was fine. I was happy for that to happen. I didn't care. I was actually happy that she had a better sleep schedule. But I assumed that 11 or 12 meant if the game's going well and she's enjoying the chat, then she'll probably stay until 12. If the game's not, she'll jump off at 11. And she got a little bit triggered, I guess, by the gameplay, because we kept getting wrecked on the game. But she was so different, so cold. Obviously it's going to be uncomfortable, like after a breakup. Like, I'm not surprised, but like I was making an effort because I thought something was going to happen. Also, I forgot to mention this is probably one of the most important things. When I went through everything, the pros and the cons of the relationship, I was willing to live with pretty much all of the cons, nearly. Not that there was heaps of them. I'm making it sound like there was so many problems. There wasn't. But the reason I sent the letter was because I was willing to resume the relationship. I also said on the phone call that I was willing to compromise and take her view of how we should raise our kids to be healthy, and I was like, I'm not gonna sacrifice like my love for you over this. If this is what you've decided to do, then like I will back down and let you do what you want to do in this situation. And the fact that like I'd ignored all of the, because no one's perfect, I'm not perfect, I'm not gonna find somebody perfect, but like I ignored all the cons. I basically backed down on almost everything, and she knew from the phone call, she has to know that I just wanted to take it slow, but I was definitely interested in resuming our relationship at some point in the future. After she jumped off, I went and had a shower because I didn't really want to play Fortnite. I was only playing because of her. And like she wanted to play, and I went and had a shower, and I came back to my Switch, and I don't know if you guys know how Nintendo Switch works. It's probably similar to most consoles, but your friends, you can have friends on the Switch and friends on Fortnite. They're like separate things. And I saw somebody was on, like it said one person is on like some other game or something. So I went to check which friend was online, and when I checked, I noticed that her friend request, because she'd added me on Switch, was gone. And so I was like, maybe it's just a glitch. So I restarted my Switch and then went on Fortnite, and I realized, yeah, she's gone and blocked me on, or removed me as a friend again on Fortnite and Switch, when we'd kind of just agreed we might hang out again after she jumped off. And that's what I assumed would happen. And then, because I was kind of panicked at the time, I guess I tried to call from the home phone, because, oh, yeah, the home phone, I didn't explain the home phone. She hadn't blocked me on the home phone, which is how I called her earlier that day. And I couldn't get onto her because she blocked our home phone as well. So, I don't know. That kind of wrecked me. And I was super upset, but I was like, I guess this is what she wants. And I was actually happy for her, because even though she didn't want to continue a relationship with me, I was like, she told me she was happy and she'd been like working on herself and doing all this stuff that would like make her life better, and I was really happy. Anyway, flash forward to about a week later on Thursday, I see that she's sent me another friend request on Fortnite, even though she'd removed me. And I just let it sit there. Most of my friends have been aware of the situation. I haven't been talking like crap about her or anything. I've just been explaining it as it is, because my friends obviously know I've broken up. So I've told them everything about the situation, and I've never said anything bad, because all along I was expecting to get back with her. But pretty much everyone has said that the best thing to do now at this point, after it's been all this rubbish, is just to move on. And that her removing me and then adding me again, and I don't know how long, because I wasn't on Fortnite for about a week, but I don't know why she would send me a friend request. Anyway, later that night I removed the friend request. Later the next day, I think it was Friday, I removed the friend request, and then she sent me another one that I got on Saturday, and I removed that one too, and then she stopped sending me friend requests. So I left it about a week without thinking about it too much, and well, I guess thinking about it less than I had been, but that was still a little bit too much. Because the whole I don't know if this is confusing to anyone else, but the whole situation's been confusing. It's like, okay, you broke up, you both agreed it was over. I changed my mind. Yes, that's confusing and annoying. But then everything that happened after didn't make sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, it's been confusing. So the thing that I have accepted is, I think because she might be grieving, not necessarily the relationship, but still grieving her mum, it's changed her a bit, and it's made things a bit complicated for her and confusing for her, and she's just trying to work stuff out, and that's totally fine. But I can't have mind games, and I can't be her punching bag forever. If she wants me blocked out of her life, that's fine, but I don't know why she would block me out and then add me again. It's just super weird. So yeah, I haven't blocked her on anything. I just didn't accept the friend request. Just like, she's got my mobile number, and even if she doesn't, she knows, like, I haven't blocked her on social media. I guess if she ever wanted to talk, like, as friends, about anything that confused her or whatever, about whatever, like, I'm not like that. I'm not going to be that person that just blocks her out. Like, I felt like that was pretty rough. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I'm moving on now. I'm actually really happy for her. Like, I don't have any hate towards her. I think, like, realistically, I genuinely think she's probably just acting like this because of, like, grief and confusion and whatever else. But as I said, like, I've been through, like, both of those pains, and of course her mum's death isn't going to affect me anywhere near as much as her. But, like, I went through that, and I went through the breakup. And, yeah, sure, it was my fault, but it was basically mutual. She agreed to the breakup. So I guess it was a fitting end. We met on Fortnite in like I don't know what year it was, maybe 2017, 2018, I don't know, somewhere around there. And that's how our friendship relationship ended, is on Fortnite. Yeah, I'm happy for her. She's been doing better as far as I was aware in the last like conversation we had, and yeah, I'm actually happy to move on too. Like, hopefully we both find amazing people that treat us as good or better than how it was when we were together. I needed to unpack it. I needed to explain it for YouTube, because I think like if I ever need to reflect on it, or if any of my friends wanted the whole long detailed version, of course I've left so many details out, and this video would go for way too long if I explained everything, but that was just basically a quick summary. I guess probably not in the comments because it's more personal, but if you are my friend and you watch this and you are confused about any of the details, I guess you can message me or call me or whatever. I'm happy to talk about it. Like, but I'm never gonna talk trash about my ex, because I really loved her and I really liked her, and I still care about her, and I hope she has a great life without me, and like everything works out. She doesn't need any more bad stuff in her life, and I would never want anything bad to happen to her. I guess maturing to the age that I am is, you don't, even if somebody hurts you and you have a heartbreak, you don't want them to suffer. Like, I'm not that kind of person. I am sad that we couldn't make it work, but I'm happy that we're both moving on and we're gonna have different adventures with different people, and that's great. That's really awesome. And like, it's exciting, like, for both of us. Like, we were together for quite a long time. I think she would know by now if she wanted to spend any more time with me, and apart from the confusion, I don't think she does. So I guess I've got like I'm working till Christmas, so I don't know how many videos I'll be able to do, but yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of 2021. But yeah, I hope this story makes sense. It's confusing for me too for some parts, so I understand, but yeah, I hope it's been enjoyable. Bit of a weird video, but yeah, I'll see you guys probably soon. I'm probably going to do a video about my new job, laboring, so I'll probably do a video about that. But yeah, it was awesome chatting to you guys. Hopefully the Fortnite gameplay's alright, and yeah, have a good rest of 2021.